Hey friends! We're going to make our own custom superhero like these using p5.js. We can draw ellipses where we set the x and y values of the center of the ellipse, so how far to the right, how far down. We set the width and height as well. We can draw lines, so we need the x and y values of the start point and end point, so x, y start, x, y end point. Okay, we're going to set colors, so we use red, green, and blue values, RGB values, for background, for fill color, or for stroke color or line color. Let's go to p5.js. Okay, the starter code is linked in the comments. So we're going to go to File, Duplicate, and then change the name to our own file name. Okay, so Andy Superhero. And then I'm going to run my code by clicking the Run button in the top left. The way the code is structured, there's a setup function that draws the canvas, and then there's a draw function that runs over and over, drawing our shapes. So we're drawing an ellipse down there, the black ellipse, and then we're drawing a line up at the top left. That's that red line. And we're just going to edit this to make our superhero. So my ellipse code, I'm going to change the comment here just to say body. So I know that's the body of my character. And I'm going to copy that line, Control C, and then paste it, Control V. And then I'm going to edit that to make the head. Okay, so if I leave the X value the same, I'm going to change the Y value to a lower value to move it up. There you go. So now it's drawn an ellipse up above the body. I'll make it less wide and I'll make it less high. So it should be round. It's a circle. There we go. Now, if I make the Y value a little bit greater, it'll move it down. Okay, because Y is 0 at the top of the screen. A little bit more still, so it overlaps. Now notice the head is overlapping the body because it's being drawn after the body. If I just cut that line for a second and paste it up above and draw it the other way, now the body is on top of the head, which I don't want. So I'll change it back. Okay, but just notice it draws everything in the order that it is in the code. Now I'm going to change the coordinates of my line. So change the X value to 190, the Y value to 230, the second X value to 210, and the second Y value to 270. And then run it, and that's going to make a diagonal line, which would be like legs of a spider on his body. Okay, that could be a well-known superhero I was making. And then Control C, Control V, copy paste that line, and then I just switch up my Y values for this second line, and then it's a diagonal going the other way. And then I can Control C, Control V, copy that line again, and then I'm going to make a horizontal line going across. So keep the X values the same, and just make the Y values the same as each other, so it goes straight across. Now let's copy the head ellipse underneath, and let's make this into an eye. So let's see, to make an eye, I want it a little bit left of center, so I'll make that X value a little bit less, say 190, and then keep the Y value the same, and then I'll make it less wide, so 20 width, and then the height 10. Let's see how that looks. There we go, and you can use trial and error to get it right. That looks pretty good. Copy that line, paste it underneath, and then to make the other eye, I just change the X value to be a little bit to the right. There we go. It's kind of a little cross-eyed, but never mind. You can make yours better. Now, I want the eyes, let's say I want to fill them to be red. So I'll copy this fill code up here, and then I'm going to paste that right above where I draw the eyes. So the fill color is black for the head and body, and then I'm changing it to red for the eyes. There you go. Okay, now if I want to change the color of lines, look, change the color from red to green, but now that changes the color of all my lines for my ellipses as well. So what I'm going to do is copy that stroke code, and then I'm going to paste it up above where I draw my ellipses, and I'm going to set it to red. Now my ellipse outlines are red, and my straight lines are green. Now it's your turn, friends.